Hello, this is Edward Lomax again, and in this video I want to go over how trading the Forex market can beat average yearly percentage returns of business powerhouses like Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon. Similar to the last video, I'm going to compare the annual percentage returns of business giants to the 2-hour Forex Signals, which is our longest running business under this format. So let's start with Apple. Here you can see over the past 20 years results for Apple. There's some extremely great years, there's some negative years, there's some pretty bad years. But remember, what we're doing is we're looking at the average yearly returns. So this is you have to look at it long-term investment. So Apple works out to be plus 50.98% average annual gains over the past 20 years. Now, as I'm fond of doing at this time, is the teaching moment is to notice how the results vary greatly from one year to the next. You're not just getting 50% per year, every year, each and every year. No, it's over the long term. The average is 50% gains. Okay, let's look at Microsoft. Again, you'll see some really great years, some negative years interspersed in there, some mediocre years, but over the 20-year period, that works out to be 11.06% average annual gains for Microsoft. Okay, and again, the results vary greatly from one year to the next. Okay, now let's look at Amazon. Here's Amazon. Similar to the other two, you have some poor years, you have some really great years, well over 100%, and some mediocre years. So that works out to be 36.84% average annual gains for Amazon over the past 20 years. And again, that's just not a flat rate per year, but it varies greatly from one year to the next. So let's go over more specifically what happened. In 2017, Apple did 46.11%, and in 2018, they did minus 6.79%. Now, that's an average annual return of 19.66. In 2017, Microsoft did 37.66%, and in 2018, they did 18.74%, so that's an average annual return of 28.2%. In 2017, Amazon did 55.96%, and in 2018, they did 28.43%, so that's an average annual return of 42.19%. Okay, now for us, in 2017, 2-hour Forex Signals did 163.4%, and in 2018, we did 93.2%. So that's an average annual return of 128.3%. Okay, so what does this mean? Let's look at this on a chart. As you can see, over the past 2 years, we've outperformed these business powerhouses. So trading the Forex market definitely has the potential to beat business powerhouses, or at least give them a serious run for their money over time. So here's another teaching moment. I just want to make one thing clear. I'm not guaranteeing I can beat business powerhouses each and every year. I mean, no one can guarantee results. After all, past performance does not guarantee future results. But I am definitely saying I can compete with the average annual returns of business giants, and even beat them by big margins. So in conclusion, as you've already seen from these examples, the annual percentage returns from one year to the next can be very different. Now this happens with big business powerhouses, and it would be foolish to think we're immune to this pattern when trading the Forex market. But I think that the potential for beating even some of the biggest names in business is clear. We may not beat them each and every year, but the good news is we don't need to in order to reach our financial goals. Okay, at this point, you can go back to the website and continue learning about the Forex empire building formula.